Hello students, today we are going to solve few more numerical problems. The very first problem, which consider an uniform electric field E equal to 3 into 10 to the power 3 unit vector I Newton per Coulomb. What is the flux of this field through a square of 10 centimeter on a side which plane is parallel to the YZ plane? And what is the flux through the same square if the normal to its plane makes a 60-degree angle with the axis? So first of all, we are going to solve first part of this numerical. So first of all, we have note down what is given. So given that electric field intensity E equal to 3 into 10 to the power 3 unit vector I Newton per Coulomb. So this is in vector form, and for the calculation purpose we need only magnitude of this vector. So the magnitude of this vector will be 3 into 10 to the power 3 Newton per Coulomb. Next we note down side of the square is given. This is 10 centimeter. So we will convert it into SI units. So it will be 0.1 meter. 10 divided by 100, so 0.1 meter. And now we will calculate the area of square. This means side into side, and this area will be, suppose this is A, so 0.1 into 0.1, or this will be 0.01 meter square. So the plane of square is parallel to YZ plane. This is given in the question. The plane of the square is YZ plane. This means the angle between the unit normal to the plane and electric field, theta equal to 0 degree. Therefore angle between and electric field, that is theta equal to 0 degree. So from the relationship phi equal to EA cos theta, here E is 3 into 10 to the power 3 Newton per Coulomb, A is 0.01, and cos theta is cos 0 degree. So cos 0 degree is 1. This will be 30 Newton meter square per Coulomb. This 10 to the power 2 will be multiplied with this quantity, turned into 1, and 3 into 10, 30 Newton meter square per Coulomb. Now the second part of this problem, what is the flux through the same square if the normal to its plane makes a 60-degree angle with the x-axis? So plane makes an angle 60 degree, therefore the theta equal to 60 degree. Now put down the value in the same problem. Phi equal to EA cos theta. So this is 3 into 10 to the power 3 into 0.01 into cos, here theta is 60 degree, so cos 60 degree. Now again this quantity will be 30, and value of cos 60, it's half, so 1 by 2. So the answer will be 15 Newton meter square per Coulomb. It's our solution. To the next problem. Careful measurement of electric field at the surface of black box indicate that the outward flux through the surface of the box is 8.0 into 10 to the power 3 Newton meter square per coulomb. So in the first part we have to calculate what is the net charge inside the box, and in the second part of question we have to solve the if the net outward flux through the surface of the box were 0, could you conclude that there are no charges inside the box? Why or why not? So first of all we are moving to the first part. So the net outward flux is given. Flux through the surface of the box. That is phi is given to you 8.0 into 10 to the power 3 Newton meter square per coulomb. And we know that phi equal to Q upon epsilon naught using Gauss theorem. So here epsilon naught is permittivity of free space, or we can write it as Q equal to phi into epsilon naught. So phi is given and epsilon naught is constant, which is known to you. Value of epsilon naught is nothing but 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12 Newton meter square per coulomb square. So after solving this value we will get it around 7.08 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb, or it can be, if we convert it into microcoulomb, this will be 0.07 microcoulomb, and this is the net amount of charge inside the box. So net charge inside the box Q equal to 0.07 microcoulomb. Move to the second part of problem. If the net outward flux through the surface of box were 0, could you conclude that there are no charges inside the box? No. This is strictly no. Because net flux coming out through a body depends on the presence of net charge. So if there is no charge, then there is no net flux. If net flux is 0, this means net charge will be 0. Or in such case we may conclude that the body have positive and negative charges are same. So it may possible that same positive and negative charges. In the next problem, a point charge of 2 microcoulomb at the center of a cubic Gaussian surface 9.0 centimeter on H. What is the net electric flux through the surface? So in this case the phi net is given by the Gauss theorem, Q upon epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. And now put down the value. This is 2 microcoulomb, so convert it into coulomb. 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb, and this quantity will be divided by 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12. So it can be written as 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12 becomes 10 to the power minus 6 into 10 to the power 12, or 12 minus 6, 2 upon 8.85 into 10 to the power 6. After solving this, we will get it 2.26 into 10 to the power 5 Newton meter square per coulomb. So this is the value of net flux through the surface of Q. So the net electric flux through the surface of cube is 2.26 into 10 to the power 5 Newton meter square per coulomb. Next problem, a conducting sphere of radius 10 cm has an unknown charge. If the electric field 20 cm from the center of a sphere is 1.5 into 10 to the power 3 Newton per coulomb and points radially inward, what is the net charge on the sphere? So here we have to calculate the net charge Q and at a distance D. So electric field intensity at a distance D is given by the formula E equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught D square in case of sphere. So where Q is net charge, D is displacement or distance from the center of the sphere, and epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. So it can be written as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q upon D square. So here the value of this quantity 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. This is already solved and this value is 9 into 10 to the power 9, and Q equal to E into 4 pi epsilon naught D square. So this will be 1.5 into 10 to the power 3 into 0.2 square on 9 into 10 to the power 9. So this will be 6.76 into 10 to the power 9 coulomb. So now the Q is known. So the net charge through the sphere is 6.76 Newton nanocoulomb. This is 10 to the power 9 nanocoulomb. Problem, an infinite line charge produces a field of 9 into 10 to the power 4 Newton per coulomb at a distance of 2 cm. Calculate the linear charge density. So in this case, we will use the relationship E equal to lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught T, where lambda is linear charge density. So lambda equal to E into 2 pi epsilon naught D. So here D is 2 centimeter, or 2 divided by 100 or 0.02 meter, and E is 9 into 10 to the power 4 Newton per Coulomb, and epsilon naught is 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12. So put down the value. Lambda equal to E 9 into 10 to the power 4 Newton per Coulomb multiplied by 2 pi 2 into 3.14 into 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12 into 0.02. Doing all these calculations, we will get it around 10 microcoulomb per meter. So the linear charge density ten microcoulomb per meter. Problem: in a certain region of space, electric field is along the z direction throughout. The magnitude of electric field is, however, not constant but increases uniformly along the positive z direction, and the rate of 10 to the power 5 Newton per Coulomb per meter. What are the force and torque experienced by the system having a total dipole moment equal to 10 to the power minus 7 centimeter in negative z direction? So first of all, we will note down what is given that. So dipole moment of the system, that is P, denoted by a small p, and this is equal to QDL, equal to 10 to the power minus 7 Coulomb meter, and rate of increase of electric field per unit length is given, that is dE by dL. Rate of change of electric field with respect to length, this quantity is 10 to the power plus 5 Newton per Coulomb. So the force, we will calculate the force experienced by the system. And this F is given by Q into E. So the total electric field will be equal to the rate of change of electric field dE by dL multiplied by the dL whole length. So this quantity is P, and this is multiplied by dL. QDL is P, so P is multiplied by dE by dL. Now this will be 10 to the power minus 7 Coulomb meter into 10 to the power 5 Newton per Coulomb. So this will be 10 to the power minus 2 Newton, and since this P is in negative z direction, so there will be negative sign. This P will be with negative sign. So 10 to the power minus 2 Newton with negative sign. So this is 10 to the power minus 2 Newton in negative z direction. Minus sign due to negative z direction. And if it's in negative z direction, then the angle between electric field and dipole moment will be 180 degree. So tau equal to the torque. The value of torque is given by PE sin theta. So PE sin 180 degree. Here sin 180 degree is 0. So this will quantity will be 0. Therefore, the torque experienced by the system is 0. थैंक यू। अगर आपको हमारे वीडियोज़ अच्छे लग रहे हो तो अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ में शेयर करें, ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स इस चैनल का लाभ ले सकें, इस चैनल से अपनी पढ़ाई को कंटिन्यू कर सकें। थैंक यू।